Okay, we are back. We got that recorder going, so if for whatever reason you need to go back and review the video, or if you have to cut out early, guys, this replay will be available in the members area, Mortgage Marketing Hacks. Alright, so with that said, we're ready to get started, and we're going to be chatting about how to really get that squeeze page, that landing page, that lead capture page up and running and functioning the way that it needs to. We're also going to chat a little bit about how to drive some traffic to your page. So I know that's always a popular topic. And then, of course, we'll have a Q&A for those of you who have questions. Don't hesitate to ask. No such thing as a bad question. All right. So if you guys could just help me out here with a quick sound check, let me know if that audio is coming through loud and clear for you. Just let me know in the little chat box there how that audio is coming through. Good. All right. Excellent. Excellent. Perfect. Okay, we're going to start off by logging into our admin area. For those of you who have not downloaded your lead capture page within Mortgage Marketing Hacks, my recommendation is that you do that ASAP. When you log into the members area, that'll bring you to this page here. And in the top navigation bar, this is where you'll find your lead page bonus. So let's go ahead and click here. Now we've already put together a tutorial video that shows you how to upload and get the page rocking and rolling with your WordPress. Here is where you will download your lead capture page plugin file. And if you do not have a WordPress website at this moment, you can always click this link here and head over to freemortgagewebsite.com and we will install one for you. So again, that's freemortgagewebsite.com, and you can make the request. We'll install a WordPress-based website for you, so now you can follow all the instructions that you see here within the members area of Mortgage Marketing Hacks. So we're not going to go over how to upload and whatnot because you already have access to that training and those videos right here in the members area. Instead, what we're going to focus on today is how to get your page going, how to target specific niche markets, how to capture leads, and then how to drive traffic once your page is live. Okay, so that's all the fun stuff. This is the fun part. So as you can see, I'm logged into the members area here. I'm logged into my admin panel within WordPress, so you can see welcome to WordPress. And once you've uploaded the software, you're going to see a little tab over here on the left-hand navigation bar called Local Leader. That's your plugin. This is the plugin that's going to activate your lead capture page. So I hover my cursor over here on the left-hand side of the screen over Local Leader, and if I click on the Add New button, the Add New link, I'm going to be given an option to activate a new page. So the way we activate a new page, folks, is we start up here at the top, add a new post, enter title here. So let's say, let's just do a little hypothetical here. How about you guys tell me a niche that we could target here with for some lead capture? What kind of niches could we go after? Let's see what you guys have to say. What kind of leads do we want to capture? Are we going after general purchase? Are we going after refinance? Are we going after FSBOs, for sale by owners? Are we going after VA loans? Let's just do a hypothetical lead capture campaign here. Okay, so I have a vote for, FSBO, down payment assistance. Okay, DPA, general purchase, FSBO, VA, general purchase, and another for FSBO. Okay, so let's start off with down payment assistance. Let's say I want to do multiple pages and multiple niche markets. So I'm going to start off with 100% home purchase loan. So this is what I would type here in the title area. Now this title area is what's going to show up in my menu, so I can easily identify which page and which niche and what types of leads I'm trying to capture with this particular page. Now if this were a normal WordPress post or page that I was setting up, I would then proceed to this box here and start typing out a bunch of text. We're going to skip that because this plugin completely bypasses this editing box, and instead we're going to scroll down towards the bottom where we see Local Lead Page Plugin. So now what we're going to do here, folks, is we're just going to go ahead and click the Publish button for now. I'm not going to make any changes whatsoever. No changes at all. So all I did was I logged in, I gave it a title, and I clicked publish. Okay, so let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I just click that publish button. Now, open this. And boom. Here's the page we just activated. Now, as you see, it's pre-built. Under normal circumstances, you'd have a complete or a empty skeleton here. No images, no text, no boxes, no lead forms, no buttons, nothing. But as you can see, it pre-builds the page template for you. So I have a completely done, ready to go page, but obviously this is not aimed at my particular niche. So what I need to do is after I've published and made my page live, I log back in, or I just flip back over to my main tab, and now that I click the publish button, I can go in and now I can start making my changes. For example, how much can you afford? If you look in this box here where it says how much can you afford, and I toggle back to my landing page, that corresponds to the text that shows in the top right corner of the lead page. So how much can you afford? All right, let's get rid of that. And let's change that to, let's say, oops. Got my caps lock on there. So let's just say I'm going for 100% financing, zero down, or DPA, down payment assistance, and so forth. So I like to ask questions as my action headline because that really sucks the people in because it kind of gets you to mentally ask that question in your head. You know, oh, can I really buy a home for $0 down? Or can I really get assistance for my down payment? Whatever the case may be. Again, up here at the top left where it says insert logo, if you have a logo that you wish to insert, folks, that'll go up here at the top left. So you can see that I put a placeholder to show you where and of roughly what size that logo area can be. Now you can make it smaller if you like, it's up to you, but this is showing you the maximum size for that logo. So if I wanted to remove that completely, then I just delete this placeholder link where it says insert logo URL. I just empty it. So once I delete that, it removes that logo. Okay? And now I have underneath here call to action subheading. That's what's going to show up right here. See where that corresponds? Need an immediate answer, call. So I like to put my phone number because you'll be surprised, guys, when you start launching your lead generating campaigns and getting traffic, you'll be shocked at just how often you do get phone calls. I'm not saying everybody's going to call you, and I'm not saying you're going to get a call every single day, but you will get phone calls. It's that simple. So if we don't put our phone number out there, you won't get phone calls. That's why I like to do this. So let's change this to find out how it's free. And then I'll do put a phone number in there. And then now, under here, we're going to see the option for tap to call. Now this page is responsive. Responsive means that it detects when somebody's on a mobile device, opening up your page, and when that happens, you can actually create a tap to call button. So if I put my phone number in here as well, what happens is if they're on a desktop device, this is blank, you're not going to see this text here. However, if they are on a mobile device, it's going to detect that and it's going to display a button that says tap to call. When they tap it, boom, instantly connected. All right, so we definitely want to put our phone number in there. So now I'm done with the top half of my page. So all I need to do is click that update button right up here. Let's give it a moment, folks, to update. And now I refresh my page. So see what we did? First thing that I did was I removed the logo because I know a lot of companies aren't going to allow independent loan officers to use their logo on their advertising. So if that's the case, then we completely remove it. So that logo's gone, but I've changed my headline here with buy a home for $0 down, question mark, find out how, it's free, I give them a phone number, and then I also inserted my tap to call. So I'm done with the top half, with the header half of my landing page. And it took all of about a minute. It took me longer to show you how to do it than to actually do it itself. So now I'm ready to move on, and this is the cool part about this, guys, is you really just go down the menu bar here at the left-hand corner of your page. So we started off with main settings. Now I'm going to click design your page. So on design your page, I can change if I don't like the background colors, footer colors, any of the color combos within the landing page itself. I can click here and I have a color picker where I can move things around and select different color codes. Okay? But I like to leave it as is because I found that light gray does tend to convert well because it shows well on most devices, whereas once you start inserting things like background tile images and patterns and whatnot, they display well sometimes, other times they don't. So I just keep it nice and simple. Either a light gray or a light gray gradient. Either one will work. Okay? Alright, so I'm going to skip most of those because these are not things that I'm going to mess around with. I like to keep things simple. Now I'm going to, let me do a quick highlight right here. If you don't like the font size of what's showing up in your header, this is where you can change it. Right here, you got 15 pixel size and 16 pixel size. Okay, so if I need to make any changes there, I can. Sticky form option. You can turn this on or off, guys. What a sticky form is, let's flip back over to the landing page, is this right here. A sticky versus non-sticky is just the difference between, see how when I scroll here and it scrolls with the page? If I change that option, I can make it so that no matter where I scroll on the page, the lead form will scroll down with me. So that way that lead capture form is always right in front of their face, reminding them, oh yeah, I can get more information. So it's entirely up to you if you want to turn that on or off. Just leave it at default if you want it to stay pinned right to the top of the page. Opt-in form heading. Check this out, guys. This is what's showing up as it sounds right at the top of your opt-in form. No guesswork. Get an answer in 24 hours or less. If you want to change it, that's fine. But here's my advice to you. Don't make this more than 2 lines of text. With the headline to a lead capture form, when it starts to get overly complicated, people don't read it. Once you get to more than 2 lines of text, that's a problem. So we're going to leave it at just 2 lines of text, even if you have to swap it out or change it. So we have 2 lines of text, we have a space, and then we have our subheading within the lead capture form that says fill in the short form below. So that's telling them exactly what we want them to do. All right. So again, if you want to change the font style, put it in bold, change your font size, all of that can be done right here. And the same thing with our opt-in form subheading. So as you can see, this is a very, very logical progression. Okay. Excellent, excellent. Okay, so Chad, can I add custom forms, custom lead form text? Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So what if you want to swap out and get completely new tabs over here or fields for lead capture, there's actually a space right down here where you can insert your short code or the code for a external opt-in form. Okay, so if you have, say, GetResponse, Aweber, Constant Contact, MailChimp, if you have any of those, you can copy and paste that code. Okay, so that code, if you need to expand this box, you can. It's right here. Just paste your code in there. Just add whatever questions you like, and it'll be inserted and styled automatically to this design. All it'll do is swap out, of course, the lead capture fields. By default, we have it set to name, email, and then we give them a text area to put their message. However, if you want to remove that, so for example, if I wanted to change this and remove the message part of that lead form, I simply uncheck it here. And then I can also pop in, where do I want my emails, my leads to go when the leads are captured? And that goes right here. So that's your send to email form. And boom, you're ready to go. So again, you have your default settings right here, name, email, and message. If you have a third-party plugin, for example, so maybe you have Formidable or one of those other plugins, if you don't have an email autoresponder, this system will work with other plugins as well. So let me show you how that works, guys. I come over here to my left-hand sidebar. Let's say that I go, okay, Chad, yes, I want to change these lead form fields, but I don't have GetResponse, Aweber, Constant Contact, or MailChimp, or any of those autoresponders, you're still okay. All you have to do is come over to the left-hand side where it says Plugins, and I'm going to open this in a new tab, Add New. So I can type out lead form and search plugins. Now I'm searching all of WordPress for the different lead form plugins that I can activate right here within my website. So as you can see here, I got Gravity Forms. I love Gravity Forms, guys. Gravity Forms and Formidable are awesome plugins for WordPress. WP Easy Leads, Contact Form 7. I like Contact Form 7. So all you really need to do is pick one and activate it. And guys, at that point, you can simply use the code that form plugin will give you to paste right here in this box, and you will override the default settings with new lead forms. Okay, so it's a lot simpler than it sounds. All you're doing is activating a new lead form software plugin, and you're going to set up what data you wish to capture, name, email, phone number, etc., and you copy and paste the code in the box provided. Boom, you're ready to go. Okay, so very, very much editable. Now we're coming down to the gallery of images. So as you probably already figured out, the gallery of images is down here. So what do we put in here? Because I just put some dummy images in here just to kind of show you where everything goes. But what I like to do is I like to put maybe like little steps of the home buying process or trivia or whatnot. Because here's what happens. If they click to see the full-size image, boom, pops up large, and now they can scroll through the others. So if you have some maybe some text overlaid on some nice looking images, or maybe a glossary of mortgage terms, or the 7 myths about down payment assistance, or purchasing a home for $0 down or 0 out of pocket, or whatever the case may be, you can paste those images right here, and we can obviously scroll right through them. So I posted some different size images just to give you an example of what this looks like, and this box can handle all different sizes and pixel ranges of images. And as you can see, looks really good, great definition, ready to rock and roll. All right. So again, we get to those images right here in the gallery, and all we do is we upload the link to the image we want. So see, so all I do is I click on the link itself, boom. Now I can click to upload files from my computer, or I can choose from my media library. If I've already uploaded images to this page, it'll let me select from other images that I uploaded previously. So as you can see, you got 7 spots there, 7 spaces for that image gallery. Yes, you can leave what I put in there by default, but I recommend against it, just because you really want to tailor this to the niche target you're going to be going after. All right. Okay, so I'm done with item number 2 on the menu. Now I'm ready to edit the main content. So we started off with the main header, then we designed the primary page itself, the page, what's called the page container. Now we're going to edit our main content by clicking here. Now this is where we control our tabs and our background images within the slider. So you can see the tabs here. When I slide between my images, those tabs activate. They're connected to the slider. So boom, image 2, image 1, but we technically have space for 4 images that we can slide. So if we go back here, you're going to see that I activated tab number 1, I activated tab number 2 by default. Tab number 3 and 4 are blank, but if you want, you can click on it to activate. Or if you want to replace the images that we've already uploaded as part of your slider, and I'll show you where to get some great looking images, we can do so here by simply clicking on the image and clicking this pencil icon to swap it out with a new image. I can upload a brand new image right here. Okay, where do I get my images? Well, I have 2 resources, guys. Let's talk about those resources. One of the first that I like is 123rf.com. The other is, let's go to graphicstock.com. Okay, So I'm at 123rf.com. I would come in here and I would type out something like real estate. Now I'm going to have all these great images that are $1 a piece. The vast majority, like 95% of these images, you can buy for $1. We're not going to go to Google Images and steal somebody else's images, guys. It's just not worth the risk. Don't do it. Spend the $1 and get a professional image that you know you are protected, that you have a licensed right to use that image. So I could scroll through here and find some great looking images. Like this one right here would look great with some text on the background, don't you think? This happy family. You got a blurred out new home in the background, happy family in the foreground, and a key to the house. And we actually have some space up here where you could actually type some text onto here about down payment assistance. So somebody that's got a family, hey, you know, your family's growing, you want to move up, et cetera, new school district, whatever the case may be. It's cheaper to get into a new home than you think. Right? So we have all of these different images. If I'm not finding what I'm looking for, then I simply swap out my search term. I like, just do a search for mortgage. There we go, scrolling and scrolling. Money is another good one. They have some really good, especially if you're doing down payment assistance. Save some cash, keep some more cash in your pocket. There we go, money raining from the sky. We got some money trees over here. Those are cool in the shape of dollar signs. We got a pile of cash right here, $100 bills. Somebody with a nice handful of cash right here. We can just go on and on. Piggy bank. So just get a little creative with your search terms, and I'm sure you'll find something that meets your needs. You don't need to buy the larger images, so take a look here. If I click on this and I decide that I want it, by default, it's set to the $4 for the large 2,446 pixel image. Not a chance. All you need is to come down here to the cheapest one for $1 for the 450 by 316 pixel image and buy the cheap one. That's all you're going to need. It's just $1. Okay? Another resource, if you want to get some images for free, is you get 7 days of free downloads. Now, when I use this, I believe it was either 20 or 25 images a day that you could download for free from Graphicstock. So I could come in here, and again, I could do the same thing. I could search for real estate, I could search for money, I could search for mortgage loan, assistance, type out these different keywords and see what pops up. And again, 7 days of free downloads, either 20 or 25 images per day. So you're going to get, overall, guys, a couple hundred images downloaded for free. That should take care of you for about the next year. And you didn't have to spend a dime to do it. Now, you would need to cancel before that 7-day trial is up if you don't want to be charged, of course. But this is a great way to get started and get a bunch of pictures free, put them to use. You're ready to rock and roll now. All right? So again, that's graphicstock.com, and the first website was 123rf.com. Any questions on that before I move forward? All right. Again, guys, any questions pop up, feel free. Okay, let's talk about the Google Map. Google Maps. Now, we have an embedded Google Map. Now, here's why this is such a big deal, guys. This is an interactive map where I can just click right here and start getting my driving directions. I can transfer right over to Street View or to Google Maps. I can click and get your phone number, physical address to your office, etc., etc., etc. But that's not really the best part of this. The best part of this map is that it's awesome for your SEO. See, part of Google Hyperlocal, which is your Google local business settings, is that Google wants to make sure that you're a real business. And the way they verify that you're a real business goes beyond just you setting up your account and then verifying that you're actually a live party and not a bot. The second part of that is they look all over the web to see if links to either your physical address or that have your phone number or text that has your physical address or phone number on it are showing up. So when you start doing things such as embedding Google Maps, that it just so happen to be maps to your place of business or have your phone number on there or whatever it is that you have set up on your Google Map, well, that verifies that you're a real party. And those count as links back to your website, back to your Google page. And what that means is you now have more credibility than the folks who didn't take the time to set these types of pages up and these links up. So you can actually help boost your ranking in the Google search engine, and even Yahoo and Bing, by the way, by simply embedding this map on as many landing pages as you can. Okay, the more you build that out, the better. Okay, makes sense? So let's go through an embed one here. Let me show you where we get that. So I'm going to go to google.com, and let's just put out a address here. Just going to do a search within google.com. Okay, you can see what's popping up. So boom, I just put in an address, and now I click to go to the Google map. Now here within the Google map, what I can do is I can come down to this little icon down below. It looks like a little gear. See that down here where my cursor's at? When I click on that, this pops up and it says Share and Embed Map. Boom. I'm going to click on it. Now it's going to give me either a share link or I can grab the embed code. So I'm going to click Embed Map. And now I'm just going to copy the link that they give me, highlight, copy it, and now I'm ready to shoot back over and paste it right here in this box. There we go. I paste it right where it tells me to embed map within my WordPress. And now it's going to tell me, okay, add your company details. I'm going to put my physical address. I'm going to put my phone number on here. Now, it's very important, and I want you guys to really hear me on this. It's very important that your physical address and your phone number are identical to whatever else is showing up on the web. For example, let's say you have a blog. How does your address and phone number read on that blog? Do you have a company-provided website? How is your address and phone number displayed on that company website? Have you listed your business with Yelp.com or any of the search engine directories or small business directories? Have you uploaded a Google Maps page, a Google Business page, a Google Plus page? Do you have a LinkedIn profile? What I want you to do is go back and look at all of those things, even if you have a Facebook page, and see exactly, letter by letter, and decimal point by decimal point, etc., dash by dash, everything needs to be identical. If there even a small variance, for example, if on some of the websites I put 14897 Clayton Road as RD period, but then on others I actually spell it out ROAD, that's a problem, because that's a variance, and that variance makes Google think, okay, maybe, just maybe, this is a different business. Maybe it's a different street. Maybe this isn't the same person. So they don't get connected, and that has a negative impact. It's not that's going to drag you down, but you're missing out on an opportunity to help boost your rankings within the search engines. The higher you show up on the front page of Google, the better, right? So anything we can do to help boost that, the better, right? So let's do it. So we make sure that everywhere that our address and phone number shows up on the web, make sure it's identical to every last letter, number, and punctuation, etc. Okay? All right. So now my content heading, mortgage loans in Clayton, Missouri. So I'd probably change this one to down payment assistance for Clayton, Missouri home loans. I might even do home purchase loans. Now what I'm going to put into this box here is what I'm going to try to insert one of my keywords that I want to rank on the front page of Google for. So Missouri home purchase loan, Missouri down payment assistance, Missouri purchase loan down payment assistance. I'll try different variations as I launch more of these pages, but you got to start somewhere. So this is what I'm starting with. Now this is what's going to show up lower down on the page as we see here. This is this headline, mortgage loans in Clayton, Missouri. Okay, so I just swapped that out for a different topic, or a different headline or heading for down payment assistance. And now we're down to the final feature, and that is the box of text that shows up at the very bottom of your landing page. Now this is just placeholder dummy text. I'm going to swap this out, guys. So I'll maybe type out a couple of sentences, maybe about 3 sentences or so, specifically for, just fixing these typos here real quick, specifically for down payment assistance. Again, I want to try to use my geo-specific keyword. So Clayton, Missouri home purchase loan, or Clayton, Missouri down payment assistance. I want to use that phrase at least once or twice within this box of text, because if I want to rank on the search engines, then I need to use the keyword that I hope to rank for multiple times on this page. So I've already used it here. Now I'm going to use it a couple times here. Now, of course, you can do things such as bold, italic, change your font size and characters and all that fun stuff. Everything's editable here. Okay? Everything's editable. And I'm pretty much ready to rock and roll. Now, if you want, you have extra features. This is if you want to insert clickable links that lead directly to your social media profiles. And those social media icons show up right over here, of course. Put active links in there for the ones you have. You don't have to, but it's there if you need it. But ultimately, I'm ready to rock, so I'm going to click my update button. And now as my page updates, I'm going to see all of those changes take effect. So here we go. So now you see how I changed my heading down here at the bottom, down payment assistance for Clayton, Missouri, home purchase loans. And then had I inserted the code, this would have changed as well. And then any other changes would be reflected here. But you can see how quickly I can make these tweaks and make these changes without having to do a whole lot of work. Okay? So the idea here is, in a perfect scenario, in a perfect world, you're going to launch multiple pages. We don't want to deploy a single lead capture page and say, hey, I'm done. It doesn't work that way. Instead, an appropriate strategy would be this. Let's get a more detailed representation of what an ideal strategy looks like. So let's say this is week number 1. I'm just getting started, and I say, you know what? I could really use some leads. Not sure where I want to begin, so I'm going to launch 3 pages this week. So I'm going to launch one page that's dedicated to down payment assistance. I'm going to launch another page that's dedicated to maybe for sale by owners. And then I'm going to launch a third. What else we got, guys? I might do general purchase. And this will constitute week number 1. However, week number 2, I'm going to do the same darn thing, except this time I'm going to deploy a couple more pages. So now I might, let's say, you know what, let's do first-time home buyers. I'm going to deploy one for first-time home buyers. Let's do one where I'm going to target realtors. Let's get some appointments from realtors. So I'm going to launch one of those. Let's do, what else do we have? I might do VA loans, and so forth. So really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my arms around a strategy where, regardless of the niche, regardless of the specialty, I have a means, I have a source of pulling in leads. I have a call to action, I have a page, and it's already out there and deployed, and I have a means of, through SEO and through traffic generation or through some of these third-party websites, I can drive traffic and capture these leads and have an ongoing sales funnel. That's what we're after. Okay? So you can deploy as many of these pages as you like. Okay? Now I'm going to talk a little bit about traffic generation, but let me just take kind of put the brakes on here real quick because I do see some questions coming in. Okay? So if you guys don't mind, give me a moment. I'm going to scroll through here. Okay, Ed is asking, Chad, can we upload anything else instead of the Google map in that area? If somebody's working out of their home and don't want the potential leads to know that, what can I upload there? Well, keep in mind with Google Maps, if you have a Google business account, which is free to set up, by the way, and you can set up your location that does not, for your business, but you can set that so that it does not reveal your actual physical location. So they'll see the map there and it'll show your general city, But when they go for that information, it's going to give them your contact information instead of driving directions. So maybe your phone number, a link to your website, or a link to your Google Plus page, and so forth. So you could still insert the Google map without actually having a pin in the map. Okay? So for those of you that maybe work from home or occasionally work from home and don't want to reveal your location, yes, that is very doable. Okay? So absolutely, Ed, not a problem. Okay, all right, Aaron, how will you keep track of all the leads? Absolutely. Well, one of the ways that we do this is when you deploy your new pages, for each of those pages, what I like to do is have the leads sent to either a different email address or some sort of identifier such as that. So if I have a Gmail that's a catch-all account, I can set up 6 different Gmail accounts, but they all forward to the same place. But based off of, I'll have one Gmail that's down payment assistance leads at gmail.com. I'll have another that's FSBO leads at gmail.com, another general purchase leads at gmail.com. But they all forward to my catch-all account. So I don't have to check 6 different emails. The only reason I set them up is so that I know exactly where the leads came from. Okay, so that's the easy way to do it. And setting up a Gmail email address, guys, I'm sure you're already aware of this, but it takes all of 2 minutes. So by seeing which email address forwarded the lead will tell you, well, will help you track where your leads came from, what kind of a lead it is. All right? Okay, awesome. So are we making sense so far? All right, excellent. Now what we're going to do is we're going to talk about traffic. Let's get some traffic here. So give me just a moment there. Okay, Aaron, yeah, would you set up 6 separate Google Voice accounts? Usually I don't do that simply because if they are calling me, if they're calling me, they're going to basically tell you why they're calling. Hey, this is Chad Weber calling. I just wanted some more information on the free assistance that you provide to for sale by owners here in the Clayton, Missouri area. Can you call me back at 636-240-5758? Those are the types of messages you're going to be getting. They're explaining that to you. So you don't need to jump through all those hoops to get 6 separate Google Voice accounts. Because if they are calling you, chances are they're going to tell you why they're calling. If not, you can ask when you call them back. But when it comes to emails, they're not always quite so descriptive as I'm sure you already know. So that's why we want to make sure that we have some sort of tracking mechanism as to where our leads are coming from. Okay? All right, so what I like to do for traffic, folks, is let's say that we're finished, just for the sake of argument. I didn't want to create a full-blown page here just because, again, we already have a video that shows you how to do that. I just wanted to go over the basics so that you can see it live and feel comfortable. You'll see how I pulled out one of those lead fields here, too, the large message field. But let's say that I'm done with this just for the sake of argument, and we're going after DPA. Where can we find some traffic? Well, I like to go to, let's open up a couple pages here. Open one tab. Let's open another one here. Let's open yet another one here. Oh, and by the way, another really cool thing you can do with these lead pages, guys, these make awesome single property websites. So I want you to envision something really, really quick. So let's say you're working with a realtor or with FSBO. This will be the picture of the home right here. The Google map will be a map to where somebody can go see the home or open house. And of course you have your call to action for more information and data on this phone. And then up here I put my call capture 800 number. Are you seeing it? Really, really cool, huh? And then we could give some multiple screenshots, snapshots. Maybe I'll do the front end of the home right here, do the kitchen of the home right here, maybe master bedroom, master bath, closet, lower level, and so forth. So I can give 7 images of the home, and then down here will be the details of the property itself, and of course information about either the FSBO or the realtor, if you're working with the realtor, and how they can get more information and maybe some of the main selling points of that property. So you can make single property sites out of this, and I love doing that because you can get a lot of traffic by using those single property sites as bait on pages like Postlets, Craigslist, Backpage, Oodle, and so forth. So I've opened a couple of them here real quick. Backpage.com. Let me get rid of my scribblings real quick. So we're at Backpage.com. And within Backpage, I'm going to click over here where it says Real Estate. And as you can see, I can actually post an ad for free right here in Backpage. Now I can look at some of my competitors and see what they're doing. Here's some raw land. Here's a huge amount of acreage, cash buyer list, and so forth and so forth. So I'm just going to come in here. I'm going to click Post an Ad. Now, what area do you want to put this in? I want to put this in the real estate for sale, or I might just do real estate miscellaneous if I'm going after real estate services. So what area? I'm going to do this coast, for example. And there we go. Within Backpage, unlike Craigslist, you can still insert clickable links of your landing page. So let me show you something really critical. If you're going to start posting links to your landing page, pay very, very close attention, guys, because this is critical. Look at how I can name my page. If I click this edit button here, 100% home purchase loan. So I can actually create my own clickable link. So it's mortgagemarketinghacks.com/wordpress/local leader/100 home purchase loan. You don't want that to be a bunch of numbers and letters and exclamation points and so forth. That's what we call an ugly link. The way you create what we call a pretty link is we go to our settings tab over here on the left-hand sidebar, and see this little button down here, or this link that says permalinks? I click on permalinks, and I activate the post name option. Post name. And what that does is it transforms what would normally be, see how we have here / $P equals 1, 2, 3, etc., etc., etc. That's an ugly link. But I can make my link spell something out by selecting post name, clicking Save Changes, and then before I publish my page, I simply click to change that out. Okay? So I go back here to my local leader, click right here, 100% home purchase loan. And it's up here at the top, underneath your headline. You click Edit, and this is where you swap out and change the link to your website. So what that means is I can just come right in here, and I can just snag this actual link. So I'm going to highlight it, copy it, and go back to Backpage here. I can actually post this right here as a clickable link inside of Backpage. So I might go up here, and I'll put whatever my city name is here, for example. So let's say I'm doing. Now I would go in and I would massage that a little bit. I'm just putting in some placeholder text, okay, Clayton, and so forth. And now I can start to fill this out. And I could put plenty of text in here, okay? You're not limited, so I can make this say pretty much whatever I want. And ultimately what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow the steps. Step 1, write your ad. Step 2, preview it. Step 3, check your email. Step 4, you're done. But what I want is clickable links that point to my lead capture page. So I'll come in here and I'll write one ad that leads to my down payment assistance landing page. Then I'll come back tomorrow, I'll write another ad that leads to my for sale by owner landing page. And the day after that, for my general purchase. The day after that, I might post some real estate, some actual properties that lead to a single property site, and so forth. So basically what we're doing, guys, is we're creating active clickable link advertisements that do get seen that lead back to your landing page. So this is almost instant traffic. Now, it starts off a little slow because I've only uploaded a single ad. But once I'm done with here, I can quite literally highlight and copy all my text for my ad, head over here to oodle.com, and do the exact same darn thing. Right there in the real estate section. Boom, click on real estate. I'm going to activate some ads. Or if I want to syndicate, if I'm actually doing single property sites, I come over here to postlets.com, and check this out, guys. You create a single postlets and it posts to all of these links: frontdoor.com, oodle.com, military.com, Walmart, Facebook, Backpage, Buy Owner MLS, Vast.com, Yahoo Homes, HotPads, etc., etc., etc. Really good stuff there. That's leveraging your time. Leveraging your time, guys. So again, this is a huge amount of traffic. Now we go from, okay, a little bit of traffic to let's syndicate, let's leverage our efforts to get on all sorts of websites, and now I can start driving traffic to specific pages. Makes sense? Now, part of the reason why we made use of the WordPress platform, folks, just so you know, is WordPress, as you already saw with your plugins over here. If I click to install new plugins, I can install pop-up plugins, exit pop-up plugins, slider plugins, and all sorts of other cool software and functionality that helps boost the effectiveness of my lead capture page. So I'm going to use pop-ups as an example. You guys, I'm sure you're familiar with exit pop-ups. That's when somebody goes, let's say you go to a web page, and when you go to leave the web page, a little window pops up and says, oh, wait, before you leave, please, I have a freebie for you. Go download this, or I have a free guide for you that tells you, 7 things your realtor doesn't want you to know about down payment assistance, or something like that. And I know some people, when I describe this, go, you know what? Yeah, I hate those. Well, yeah, maybe you do, and there is a segment of the population that does. But here's what I will tell you: is it works. Do you hate it so much when it gives you 30-40% more leads? Every single website, and I do mean every single website, and I've built thousands of websites over the years, thousands. Every single website I've installed exit pop-ups on, or regular sliders or pop-ups on my website, my conversion rate has boosted. Will some people get teed off and go, yeah, I hate those pop-ups, get me out of here? Yeah. But what bearing does that have on your income when you're making more money? You can't please 100% of the people. Bottom line is it works, because what happens is that they're leaving your website anyways. Statistically speaking, once somebody's left your website, there's over a 90% chance you will never see that person again. They will never come back to your website. So what do you got to lose, right? It's giving you a second chance before they leave. Oh, wait, before you leave, let me make one more quick free offer to you. 30 to 40% more leads. It's worth it. So there's plenty of free plugins and software out there that you can search for right here within WordPress to activate exit pop-ups on your landing page. Use it, guys. It works. Okay? Awesome. Awesome. Now let me, I see some questions, so we're going to pause just a moment. I see some questions coming over. Let's see. Okay. All right. Yeah, Jimmy, the text in the slider. Let's go back to our main content. If you're wanting to change the text in the slider itself, this is all an image as of right now. So if you want to get rid of that, you can click on it, and you got the X right here. You can just completely delete it, and I can replace this with just regular text. Okay, so absolutely. And what I recommend, if sometimes, depending on what plugins you have, if you have trouble typing in here, you can also type it in text mode instead of visual mode, and then edit it after you type. So if it's giving you any trouble, keep in mind that you can toggle back and forth from visual mode and text mode for typing in your text. But as you can see now, I can type what I want here. Okay? So I can insert more images. I can insert a video, a YouTube video, guys. Grab a YouTube video of a property for sale and pop it in here. So make use of that multimedia functionality, because you have a lot of flexibility with what you can upload into that main slider area. All right, so YouTube, more interactive, you're going to get more clicks, you're going to get more views, and of course you can make those videos interactive so that they are clickable and redirect if you want. Okay, so another quick question, let me see, oh, okay, so you guys are looking for some recommendations as far as software. For a pop-up software, take a look on Google for Pop-Up Domination. That's one of the plugins that I like a lot, that has a very high conversion rate. So if you don't like it, that's fine. But Pop-Up Domination, it's a good one. Go check it out. Or you can just search WordPress for some of the freebies. Pop-Up Domination, there is a charge, But what I do like about it is that it has some pre-built pop-up images and pop-up designs already made for you, whereas most of the freebies, you have to design them yourself. Okay, so they're great software, but you do need to design them yourself or upload your own images. Pop-up Domination comes with designs and pop-up boxes already pre-designed. Okay? All right, excellent, excellent. Okay, what do I do once the lead comes in? Okay, good question, fair enough. Let's talk about this hypothetical lead capture scenario here. I'm going to use FSBOs as my example. Let's say that I've launched landing page number 2, and I capture some FSBO leads. What do I do with those FSBO leads? Well, here's how I like to follow up. I do this. I do email number 1, I do email number 2, and then I do email number 3. Okay? So I tell myself, okay, for me to properly market, I need to create at the bare minimum, I mean minimum, 3 drip follow-up emails in my sequence. Now, ideally I would do 5, 7, or even 10, but I know a lot of people get intimidated by that and say, hey, I'm not a writer, so let's start off with something simple. Okay, 3 automated follow-up emails are far, far, far better than what most loan officers are doing, which is nothing, other than maybe a quick follow-up phone call and a single email that's hand-typed. So what I like to do is for my first one, I'm going to do something along the lines of, okay, what's my subject line going to be? So that's my subject line, and then my body text and my email. What I'm going to do is with my first email, I'm going to try to remind them of why they contacted me and get them to look forward to talking to me on the phone. Okay, because let's say my first for sale by owner landing page talks about how they can get free assistance, free marketing recommendations and tips and e-guides and checklists and things that are essentially, I call them my for sale by owner survival kit. Okay, and what I did was I put together a couple of checklists, a couple of marketing tips, and even a quick 5-minute video where I describe some of the techniques on how they can better market their home that they're not going to learn from realtors and from other folks because, well, bottom line is the realtors want them to fail. So I'm not a real estate agent, you know, it's in my best interest to help you any way that I can because I don't get paid unless your home sells. In exchange, what I would like is to be able to offer my services to the individuals that purchase your home. And then, of course, I want them to use me as their loan officer as well. All right? But we're going to start off simple, and essentially what I'm going to do is hit a couple main key factors in my email. So this is how I write my emails, is I just kind of make it real messy in the beginning where I'm telling myself what are the key points that I need to cover in this email. I don't just start writing because I first need to have a little outline of a general idea of what I need to cover. So I need to create, in this email, I need to create credibility. Okay, so I need to basically make them trust me. How do they know they can trust me? Well, I'm going to tell them. I need to be able to remind them of why they should talk to me, and then I need to have a very specific call to action and manage their expectations of what happens next. In other words, I'm prepping them for what happens now. And this is how I write my emails, guys, is each time before I just start hammering out just a bunch of text, I go down, I say, okay, I need 3 emails, and I need to have 3 core concepts in each of those emails before I put pen to paper, so to speak. So I would do the same thing for email number 2, and do the same thing for email number 3. And this is how I create my follow-up campaigns, guys. And it works. Works extraordinarily well. So essentially what I'm saying is you need to have processes in place to really create not just a lead capture page, because just having a lead capture page isn't great. Having a lead capture funnel, now that's great, that's exciting. But you don't have a funnel until you have follow-up. You don't have follow-up until you have set processes in place. And that's what we're creating right here. That's what I'm doing right here when I go through this process and say, hey, not only do I want to capture leads, but my whole point of capturing these leads is I want to close more loans. I can't close more loans until I get these people to want to talk to me and build my credibility and beat out my competitors. And this is how you do it. You have a process, whereas everybody else is flying by the seat of their pants. Okay? Okay, all right, excellent. Okay, yeah, Joshua, let's see, tried to activate tab 3 and 4. It's not saving the content. Joshua, have you tried that in other browsers? That's what I would recommend. Try that in, for example, let's say you tried it in Firefox or Internet Explorer, then open up the opposite, Google Chrome, or etc. So yeah, I would definitely try that in another browser if it's not activating or saving content. Okay? Excellent, excellent. So, any more questions on that process, guys? Okay, so as a recap, we talked about Backpage.com, we talked about Oodle.com, we talked about Postlets.com, that's syndication right there, so that's leverage. Very, very powerful. Okay. Google Maps. It's another one, source of traffic for you. So that basically is where you set up your Google business page. It's free to set up. If you don't have one, why not? It's free. Go to Google, search for Google Business, and activate your Google Business page. That's yet another source of free traffic. So if you did nothing but these right here, you're off to an awesome start. And then as you go along, you're going to do things such as creating single property sites. You're going to start inserting YouTube videos. As you can see, you can turn this into a full-blown marketing strategy. It's not just a lead capture page, but rather it's a full-blown strategy. The frequency, what is the frequency for the first 3 emails, Chad? The frequency is my first email. This goes out immediately. Okay. Email number 2 goes out on day, well, technically it's day number 3 if you count the first day that they sign up as day 1. It just depends on how you count that, but day number 3. So roughly a 48-hour wait after the first email goes out. Boom, the next email. Now, I get a lot of people telling me, well, that's just too soon, Chad. They're going to think that you're emailing them too much. No. Not at all, not at all. What's happening here is you're striking while the iron's hot. You don't want to wait a week or 10 days or 14 days thinking that, oh, well, I'm just respecting, their email inbox by not, sending them a bunch of emails, etc. No, that's not the case. You got a fish on the hook. Now you need to reel it in. If we sit there and let it swim off with that hook, for 7, 10, 14 days, they've forgotten about you, or they've gone somewhere else. So I give them a 48-hour wait time, and then boom, email number 2 goes out, and then this is either, depending on this campaign, this can be either day number 5 or day number 6. So that first week, they're going to get a grand total of 3 emails from me. In an ideal scenario, day 14, if I still haven't heard from them, another email goes out. Day 30, another email. But here's the twist, is all the emails aren't, hey, why haven't you called me? Hey, why haven't you called me? Hey, why haven't you called me? Instead, day 14, I'm going to do a warm-up, and I'm going to make an offer. Oh, by the way, I hope you've enjoyed the For Sale by Owner Survival Kit that I sent you. However, there's 3 new websites and resources that I think you really need to see that's really helping home sellers such as yourself sell quicker without having to sign up with a realtor. Click here to find out more. Or I'll send it to you. Just click reply to this email and I'll send it right over immediately. Something along those lines. You got to rehook them now. You got to put something out there that you know that they want to know. And we already know what they want to know because they requested the information to begin with. So they've already told us, hey, here's what I'm interested in. Just because they didn't respond to the initial 3 emails doesn't mean they're uninterested. Maybe they're just that insanely busy. Maybe they're having trouble marketing their home, and they're out there reading everything they can, and their inbox is just completely slammed with an avalanche of emails, and they're getting all these calls from realtors. They're hosting an open house, trying to put ads in the paper, et cetera, cleaning up their home. They got all these other things going on. So it doesn't mean they're a bad lead. We don't give up on them. Instead, we go, okay, let's rehook them. We got to put something really hot out there. And if that still doesn't work, we do the same thing on day 30 with yet another call to action. See how that works? And then once they do respond, if they do respond to the day 14 or day 30 message, then I circle back to email number 1, or a slight variation of it. It's going to be very similar, but I put them right back through a boom, 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 1, 2, 3 email progression. And I can keep doing this as often as I need to until they take action. And what you'll find is a good portion of them do take action. It's a proven funnel. It's a proven strategy. Okay. All right, guys. So I hope that you've found this beneficial. So we've covered a lot of content here today, and as you can see, it's not a it's not a overly complex strategy by any means. I know it can seem that way in the beginning, but it's just more of a, when you're first getting off the ground, that's where you're expending most of the energy, because you just got to get these things in play, get them in process. But I assure you, once you get them into process, what you'll find is it gets easier and easier to deploy your pages and your funnels so that you're actually capturing leads on demand. Okay, so it gets easier and easier. And that's the beauty of your landing page or your lead page plugin, is you can deploy as many pages as you want. So if you want to pop 10 pages out there, be my guest. Go ahead. If you don't have a WordPress platform yet, freemortgagewebsite.com will build one for you. All right, then you can upload your plugin and activate as many of these pages as you want. The most important thing is get the pages out there. Get them out there where they can be seen by people, more specifically by people who are probably going to need your services. Backpage, Google, Postlets.com. Heck, even use Craigslist, even though you can't put clickable links on there anymore. Still put a link, you could still put a call capture number, put something out there. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. All right, yeah, Jared, no, you don't really have to do WordPress. If you're using our landing page club, Jared, you don't need to make use of WordPress, because, yeah, you already have pre-done landing pages already ready to rock for you. Okay, but this is just yet another resource. Now, I will tell you where I do like to use these pages separately from Landing Page Club is I would use these for more SEO purposes, because they're connected to your primary domain and to a WordPress-based blogging platform. So these would be your more organic pages that just kind of sit out there and collect the low-hanging fruit. That's what I would use these for. But it's not necessary if you're already driving paid traffic. But it's definitely a good thing to have that organic traffic still finding you, because you don't have to do any work for it. It's all automated. Okay, yeah, Ed, your beta test for the new Landing Page Club, yes, those, you're definitely going to get your login for that. Okay, Aaron, can this also be used? Yeah, you could definitely use this as a Facebook page as well, Aaron. Absolutely. You can tab this in, iframe it in, whatever you want to. You can use this as a tab within your Facebook page. Okay, beautiful. So again, guys, I did get this on recording, so we will pop this into Mortgage Marketing Hacks members area, and I hope you guys have found this material to be beneficial and give you some ideas and a nice kick of creative juices flowing there. And let's see here. Yes, we should have some additional notifications going out within the next couple of weeks within Hacks, with some even more announcements and sessions like this. So keep joining us, and let's keep moving forward. All right? So thanks again, guys. Make it a great rest of your day. Bye now.